everyone. Today you are going to learn about Political Science Chapter 1 Power Sharing of Class 10th. I will explain this chapter into two parts. In the first part, I will explain about ethnic composition of Belgium. Next, ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. After that, I will explain about the power sharing arrangement of Belgium and Sri Lanka. Then I will explain about the comparison of both countries. First, Belgium. Belgium is the smaller country in Europe. Its capital city is Brussels. The size of population is smaller than Haryana. And the population of Belgium is little over 1 crore, which is half of Haryana. Belgium's border with France and Germany. It means it is very small country, but they gave the example of best power sharing arrangement. The ethnic composition of Belgium, there are two important regions, Flemish region and Wallonia region. Here, Dutch speaking people in percentage 59%. Wallonia region, French speaking people, percentage 40. In the east part of Belgium, there are German speaking people, Germans, percentage 1, only 1%. What happened in this country? The French speaking people who are in minorities as compared to the Dutch community, French speaking people fairly rich and powerful in administration, in economy as well as in jobs. So Dutch people resented with this. There was clash between these communities, and now Belgian leaders wanted to solve this problem. They didn't want any type of violence in their country. So they took measures. They try to give equal share to each and everyone. This is known as accommodation of power sharing. Accommodation. They amended their constitution 4 times between 1970 to 1993. They made the measures to improve their constitution 4 times. First, they gave equal representation to all the communities on equal basis, between two main communities on equal basis. Equal representation in the central government. Means 50% seats for French speaking people and 50% seats for Dutch speaking people. Number 2, more powers to the state government. State governments. It means they adopted federalism. Federalism means when central power gives some powers to state government also. It means state government use autonomous power. Number 3, equal representation in Brussels. Brussels, capital city of Belgium. In Brussels, that time 80% people were French speaking people and 20% people were Dutch speaking people. Now they provided equal share, 50% and 50% to both the communities. Last method, formation of community government. Community government framed to give value to their culture, to their language. According to this, each and every community now take some measures to improve their culture and language. For example, German, French and Dutch speaking people can form their government and can improve their culture and language. It means they provided equal opportunity to all. This is the first example of Belgium. Now, second example. Second example of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a small country in Asia and it is the south of our country, Tamil Nadu border. Sri Lanka emerged as independent country in 1948. Sinhala leaders adopted majoritarianism measures in their country. Majoritarianism measures means when majority rules the country, and they avoided the demands of minority community. In 1956 Act, Sinhala leaders took steps to favor their Sinhala community. Number one, they provided rights to Sinhalas, and Sinhalas got opportunity to get posts in government jobs. Number two, they also got more opportunities to get seats in universities. It means they got more educational rights. Sinhalas got more educational rights. Number three, Sinhala language considered as their official language. By ignoring Tamils. Fourth, the constitution stipulated to foster Buddhism. Buddhism is the religion of Sinhalas, and they favored their religion, and this was the method took by Sinhala leaders in 1956. And what was the result for this? Sinhalas have 74% majority. Tamils percentage is 18%, and it is divided into two parts: Sri Lankan Tamils 13%, Indian Tamils 5%. It means Sinhala government has the majority and they took all the steps in their favor by ignoring the demands of Tamil speaking people, which are in minority also in this time. So when Sri Lankan Tamils felt that they were alienated, they started to frame their political organization. They made their political parties. They demanded many things. Number one, regional autonomy in the country. Number two, equal rights in education. Number four, equal rights in government jobs. Or they also wanted to get their language as an official language. But Sinhala leaders totally refused to give them equal rights, as well as they totally denied to give them any type of opportunity. So now when Tamil speaking people felt that there will not any type of opportunity in the country, they demanded separate nation, that is Tamil Ilm. This type of demand created anger among Sinhalas. So civil war was started. Civil war, what is civil war? Civil war means when two communities of the same nation create tension or started war between them. Civil war for us created setback for Sri Lankan majority and minority. Civil war created some problems in the country, social problems, economic problems. Refugees had to leave the country. So Sri Lankan Tamils wanted to get equal opportunity, and they were denied, and when they did not get any type of opportunity, they started this type of tension and violence in the country. Now, after understanding two sets of story of Belgium and Sri Lanka, now you must be understand that there were different type of power sharing arrangement in both the countries. So what do we include? What do we learn from these two stories? Belgium accommodate the power sharing arrangement in their country. They respected the feelings of minority communities as well. They wanted to avoid disunity in their country. They wanted to share the power between each and every community in their country. So they took many measures to avoid violence. But in the case of Sri Lanka, it is the contrary example. They took majoritarianism measures which favored the majority. So Tamil speaking people who are living in the country today, till today, they do not get any type of rights in their country. So they create violence in the country, and Sri Lanka face economic and social problems in their country. So this is the first part of the chapter. In the second part, I will explain about power sharing arrangement of India and why power sharing is desirable. Thank you.